Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Charles and this is episode 29 of our series here on the Pichonniere Valley. It's our play along series with Daggerwin and Chainsaw 100. They're doing a competitive series and we are obviously not competing with them, but we're kind of playing along with it anyway. Headed down here to grab our goat milk. Yeah, now we're getting so many goats in here that, literally I emptied this twice, I think, in the last episode. Once at the beginning of the episode and once toward the end of it. I would leave just go ahead and leave a trailer down here and, leave it so that the loading was on so it would just automatically load, but I can't really do that because it won't wait until the milk canister is full or the milk pallet is full. It'll spawn a partial one, and as soon as it does, it will load that. So I'll have a bunch of partial pallets of milk on the trailer, and I'd rather take full ones. So yeah, but it looks like I am going to have to keep up, eventually, who knows, if we make it to 1,000 goats, I may end up having to empty that thing 3 times a day. But, it's an awful lot of money that it's creating, so I can't really complain about that. Now, it is December, so I have to look and see. I'm not sure if there's anything to sell in December, or if I have to pretty much wait until January for most everything I've got. There we go. That'll go in there and reorganize all that. Let's see, while I'm here I'll go over and check my grab this while I'm here. Okay. Oh, we still have bales to collect down here. Oh, okay. I thought I'd be able to get it all on here, but we're going to have to come back for a second load since I had that bread on there as well. Well, I'm just about ready for that thing to tell me it's full and won't let me put anything else in it. Okay, anything else, or is that it? Yep, a little more canola, so... Okay, let me pull this out of this trigger just for grins there. Okay, now need to do a couple of things. I want to get into that. I have bales of square bales of grass in here. Okay, I didn't know that. Goat milk, flour, Okay. We will preempt that thing getting full by taking some of our flour over, putting it in our bakery, since I know it'll hold it. Okay, now, are there any other, is there any more flour left in there? Doesn't appear to be, so. Okay, so we now have currently all of our flour in the bakery. We sold some canola oil in the last episode. We had to go all the way up to the okay, just got a few pallets there of canola. Yeah, we had to go all the way up to the warehouse next to the animal dealer up there in order to sell those last time. We got to, you know, that was where we were getting our best price. It very well might be the best price, but I've got, you know, I've only got four pallets of it here. I'd rather keep it a little bit more local. So one of the places that I can sell it is at the Big Farmer kiosk there on the farm, where I sell the produce from the greenhouse. So I can sell it there, and I'll get some kind of a you know, a bonus from selling it there. So what the final price will be, I have no idea. Okay, another 27,788 with 1,548 for the our environmental score reward. Okay, let's see. I think I can let that off of there now. Okay, nobody saw that. No harm, no foul. So, seem to be liming in just about every episode now, but I do have a couple of fields that have not had it. I can't remember how much is left in here, so should be enough. Yeah, pH is bad here, so we'll go ahead and get that done. Oh, wrong level of the farmyard here. I need to take a run over to the shop with my tree planter. We are going to go ahead and plant some trees in that old our newest grass field that is no longer grass because we cultivated that up. All of our bales here, some of them have turned into silage, some have not, so they can sit a little bit longer. We are going into winter, so I don't suppose that alfalfa will grow up around them so that we can't find them. Being a nice white color, we'll be able to find them anyway. So, okay, well, I'm going to cut out a little bit of this run over. I'm going to pick up that pallet of trees, and then I'll meet you back over at the field. Okay, here we are. We are approaching our field here. Oh, look at that nice clear entrance here. Isn't that nice to be able to see the field and actually get into it? Yeah, but, you know, other than that, you know, it was a good thing to do. I think could probably do a little bit more of it. Get all the way up to this corner. Now I'm going to put this on a worker. I am not going to plant these myself because it is slow. I may come back and fill in some holes. I don't know where it's gonna. Seriously. Is that the first thing it's going to do? Yes. First thing it's going to do, I took out all those trees and it's going to back into another one. I'm having the worst luck with workers and trees in this. Okay, yeah. It's going to take forever because of the awkward shape of this field. You see, it just made a pass there. It's planted one tree so far because it's following whatever weird path it's come up with. Okay, well, I'm going to get back out of that perspective. Yeah, so we have tram lines in our canola field over here. You know, when I cultivated, we could still see the weeds and stuff where they were, and I thought, well, you know, when we plant, it'll get rid of those. And I need to go and check. I suppose I ought to check and see if okay, that's the field, right? Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, I've got it on tram line width none, which is what I did to field 73 over here. But for some reason, it has it in there, so I guess the next time we harvest this afterwards, I'm going to have to come along and do a deep cultivation on it. Okay, and let's see, is it going to give me? Yeah, still 630, but we get offspring in 1 month. So next month we will jump up another bit in that. Let's see. I was looking down at my list that I made of what all I would be doing today. Let's see. My worker over here with putting the lime on said they were done. They still have quite a bit of lime, so I'll run them down. I think we've only got one more field that actually needs to be limed, and then we will be done liming until after well, let's not say that, Charles. Let me change that. We will have limed after this field all the fields that we currently own, and none of those will need to be limed until after the next harvest. So I had to amend that because who knows how many fields we might buy between now and then. So, and what work they will take, who knows, but it's almost a safe bet. It's a pretty safe bet that whoever we buy it from will not have limed the field in advance. So, okay, well, I am going to get up here. Have to run back across the creek up here because my grass field, and I don't need to go all the way around. I keep forgetting that it's probably closer to go across the bridge and over to it this way, because I do have my baler ready to go over here, and so that's going to mean a little baling time lapse. It'll be interesting to see what music I put in the time lapse. I've downloaded some new things. I suppose as I start the baling here, I can tell you. Let's see. Let me check to make sure. Yeah, the pickup is down. The baler is turned on. Okay. Oh. Let's see. How do I... Okay, Alt and X. So I have, it's my last grass field, but I have reset the bale counter. So at the very least, I'll know how many bales came off of this. So yeah, I guess I'll do the time lapse, and then when we come back, I'll tell you about the YouTube issues that I have had. And I'm still steaming about those just a little bit. So anyway, I'll get this field baled up, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, we are almost done. I'm going to go back up here to the very top of the field where I started. I think there's a little bit of grass still up there. I'll go ahead and get that. I don't think it'll be enough to really finish out our bale that we've got in there, and then we'll empty the baler here. Our bale counter is up to 18 now. Let's see, put the pickup back down. Yeah, it's not gonna make our new bale, but it will get it off the field so it's not there anymore. So I'll raise that, turn it off, and we'll eject the one bale. Yeah, so 19 bales so far, or on that field anyway. So, okay, well, I'm going to drive this over. We should be done with our baler for a little while anyway. And fold it up. So yeah, I mentioned to you I was having some issue with YouTube. Now, I got all of the music that I use for my videos, for the time lapses, for the intro, the outro, all of that came from the same website, bensound.com, and it's you know, there's a license agreement with them that, you know, you can use it as long as you give them credit, you know, which I do in the description. And so you know, there I was yesterday. I went in and I was looking to see how many views I had on, you know, I was on YouTube anyway, and so I said, well, I'll click on that and see how many views I've got. And well, there's a column in that in that chart that I normally don't pay much attention to, and for some reason I did pay attention to it yesterday, and it said that, well, let's see, I was going to pick that small trailer, but let's go ahead and choose this guy over here. Yeah, the column said, what was it? Potential earning limitation. And, you know, so I was like, okay, what's that? So I hovered over it, and it gave me a thing to expand to get details. So I said, well, yes, by all means, give me the details. And so apparently it's not a copyright strike, but there have been claims that have been put forward claiming copyright on the music that I used, and so when I saw the details of it, okay, I'm gonna go in this way because I have no hope of getting this trailer around the entrance of this field over here. I'll start the loading on that. Okay, I think that's everything in this field. So I'm going to go out here. So yeah, you know, and it showed me, you know, it showed me, I guess, who had made claims. I don't know if it was listing, well, truthfully, I have no idea if it was listing the people or the songs that they made claims on. I know in my last video there were 4 different claims against it, and I was like, I didn't even use that many songs in the thing, I don't think. Maybe I did, I'm not sure. But yeah, so but it, a really suspicious thing, and also given that, like I say, I don't know whether it was the song or the person that, or the name of the person, because it was all in Cyrillic, and I was like, great, now I have Russian bots that are targeting my videos and stuff. Awesome, yeah, that's great. Um, so. So yeah, I can, uh, according to YouTube, I can dispute it, and by filling out a form and putting, uh, you know, providing them with all kinds of evidence and stuff like that. And I'm like, why am I the one having to give evidence? They're the ones claiming that they have copyright. Why aren't you asking them for evidence they own those pieces of music? You're taking their word for it. You're taking the word of a Russian bot, or scammers. So I went to a different website and downloaded some music. And before I did, I went ahead and did a screenshot of their license, of what I could use their music for. You made a dangerous turn there, car. Okay. Let's see. This is unloading on the left. So let's change that. It says tip side right. I'm going to have to get all the way down here as far as I can. Okay. Okay, some of it needs to get a little bit closer, apparently. I did not want to do that. This is probably too close now. Okay. I think I can... They can use super strength on their things to correct things like that, I think. So anyway, I did. So anyway, we've got 395,114 liters of food in there right now. They only take 500,000, so I think we're doing quite all right. I could probably stand to not feed them so many, or not mow as many times during the year as I do. Now, now I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure some of the silage bales over here are done fermenting, and I'm pretty sure that the last ones that I did are not done yet. So I think all the ones down here at the bottom are done. Alpha silage, alpha silage, alpha silage, alpha silage. Alfalfa silage, alfalfa silage. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I guess all of them are ready. So I guess I can start loading these up. Let's get back here. I'll see. Need to see this way, or I can't drive very well. Not that I drive very well to begin with. I should probably count these as I do them, but okay. Make a run back over. Okay, now I didn't expect them to be done, so how is alfalfa silage right now? Of course, best in January. We've got rye, rye is actually best right now. Yeah, so the mill there, let's tag that place. Where is that place at? Ah, yeah, we've been there. Not in a while. Okay, well, I like that because it's not as far away. So we will take our... Oh. You know what? I have a problem that I forgot about. The last time I used that tree harvester, I came down here and it got near these trailers, and I now have wood chip in all of my trailers. So I have to empty one of these. I have to empty one of these before I can put any rye in it. Okay, well, and if I'm going to empty it, I'm going to at least get a little bit more in it. I'll leave that tree. I was going to go ahead and take that tree right there, but I did at one point say that I was going to leave it, so I'll go ahead and leave it. I have other trees down here. It would be nice if I could take some trees from our forest over here, but that's not a thing. Maybe I'll come over here all the way to where our tree planter is and kind of see how it's doing. Looks like we've got some rain in the forecast. I'm not sure how far away that is. Given the time of year, it could be snow that we're expecting too. I can't tell by the graphic up there which one it might be. Okay, I wonder if that worker, it stopped. I wonder if it ran out of lime, or whether it actually finished, or whether it's run into some invisible object or something. Oh, why? Why did it pick that moment to kick me out of the vehicle? Okay. Okay. So it's on the front. Turn it on. Lower it down. Let's go ahead and get stump there. Yeah, we'll have to come back and get those stumps there later. I don't need to get those trees. They're up on a hill, so they're not going to be in the way. Yeah, it looks like we've got, well, looks like it actually planted them fairly dense in here. Did they cover the entire thing, and are they sitting there with their wheels spinning? It's always a question. Let's take out some more of these trees over here. It'll be less for the tractors to get stuck on. Yeah, I like it when it's nice and easy like this, where it's working, not having to go up and find sweet spots and stuff. So. Okay, just a couple more. Well, more than a couple, I guess, but should be able to get all these with no trouble whatsoever. I had initially intended to go ahead and leave these in here. But they are right by the field. Not going to matter next to the tree field so much, but you know, they got in the way when I came down here to plant in the canola field and stuff too. So Okay. That is that. We have a little over 100,000 liters of wood chip in the trailer here now. So see if there are some more. Let's see if there are some more over our water crossing place over here, where I always run into limbs or have trouble seeing. Maybe we'll take a few of those out if we can while we're at it. Although time is getting away from us, I do have to make a run with this trailer all the way up to the animal dealer to sell these, so I can empty it so that I can come back and get the rye. And we'll go ahead and sell our rye, and then we'll empty our trigger, our spawn point on our greenhouse. Now I can do this because there is no there are no wood chips in the mulcher there, the harvester, anymore, so it will not put them in any random trailer like it was doing in the last episode. Okay, well, I'm going to make a run up to the animal dealer. I'll bring you back for selling some wood chip, and we'll see how much money we can make off of that today, unexpectedly. And then we'll sell our rye. We'll see if we can top 400,000 today. We're already at 352,644. We did sell a little bit of our canola, another 20-some thousand. I think with the, definitely with the sale from what we usually get between all that and then, adding our greenhouse onto it, we should top 400,000. So anyway, I'll see you at the animal dealer. Here we are. We have arrived at the animal dealer. Why is it that trip up here never seems to get any shorter? As many times as I've done it, you would think that it, I don't know. Okay, so here we go. Sell some wood chip just to clear our trailer. Wow, okay. Apparently it's a good time to sell wood chip. 204,355. So, yeah, not only did we get over 400,000, we've blown past 500,000, and we're on our way to 6. Okay. Do I need to? Is it really a good time for wood chip right now? And I should be selling wood chip? I may want to do it anyway, just to get rid of. I mean, that would mean I've got 2 other trailers with wood chip in them. It would mean another trip all the way back up here again to do that. That might be something that I would want to cut out of the video. I'm not sure that you need to see all that. So, anyway, gonna get back over to the farm. We're gonna load up our rye, and then I'll decide whether I'm gonna whether there's enough time to make another couple of trips up here with the rest of the wood chips. I have retrieved the rye, and we are on our way to our sale point. You can see the little red dot there telling us that our distance is ticking down. So, almost there. Yeah, it's this way. Go this way first. $49,778 with $2,773 for an environmental score reward gets us over 600,000, so we're at 628.87. Okay. Well, we still got a little bit of time left today. I'm going to go and back to the farm. I'm going to grab another, I guess my other big Titan trailer, and I'm going to get it up to the animal dealer, and we'll sell at least that one. I don't know if we'll get to the Roland today, but we'll sell at least that one. And then I'll be back with you when I get back up there with that trailer. Okay, here we are. Probably ought to get out and make sure I don't run my trailer into the building this time. Okay, we've got 250,000 liters of wood chip. That should translate to a healthy sum. Yep. 390,818 with 21,776 for our environmental score reward. Maybe that was a little higher on the environmental score reward because that load was mostly our poplar. I don't know if it differentiates between the kinds of wood chip, but hey, I'll take it. So we're now sitting at 1,033,431. Well, we can't let that stand. So let's get back over to the farm. I'm going to hang on to that last. I'm going to hang on to the rolling trailer of the wood chips. Frankly, I don't want to make another drive up here to the. I don't want to make another drive up here to the animal dealer. So we are not going to do that. Oh, pedestrians, they don't matter. So I'm going to get back down to the farm, and I will see you there. We'll sell some greenhouse products. Okay, we have made it back to the farm. I am going to hook this tractor, since all of our other ones are sitting idle in fields that I have not gone to collect them and make sure that they've actually finished that the workers actually finished the tasks I set them on. So I'm going to come around here, turn on the loading. Okay, that's all it's going to load. So we'll get this sold. It's another 85,211 with 4748 for the environmental score reward. That accounts for the precision farming cheat code. Okay, now that should be everything out of there. Another 25,000 being getting late in the episode here. We need to run back down here to our goats and see what they have made, because I can almost assure you that even if we empty this, it will give me a message as soon as I switch over to the next day that the milk for the goats is full. Okay, not much in there, but enough. So I'm going to go ahead and get this. I'm going to go ahead and get this into our storage. You know, when is it? January, I think, is the best time. Yeah, January is the best time. So next month we'll be pulling all of these out of that production, or of that storage up there, and we'll be selling those. So that'll be another big influx of money, because it will be at its best time. Okay, now this should be the last official thing that we have to do today. Okay, that's in our storage. I am going to, yeah, well, we've still got a little bit of time. It's getting dark earlier this time of year, so this is, what is that, field 69. Currently has nothing planted in it. Field 69 is $768,384. The field itself is 27.29 acres. And I am going to buy that. I'm going to purchase the soil information. And we have just bought ourselves an enormous field. One of the biggest fields, I think, on the map, and one of the most expensive too. If memory serves me correctly, I did with my little bitty wandering cultivator. I did a cultivating contract on this field one time, and I got paid handsomely for it. But it took me like almost the entire episode to actually do it. So, yeah, I have no idea what we're going to put in this field. I just figure, hey, since I had so much money, this is a great investment. I haven't even looked what's in the sale. Another TARDIS grain header, but it's not the fast one. So yeah, okay. Well, that is that. We're losing the sun, and I'm going to call it a day. We have bought an enormous field. We sold a bunch of product. We're going to be selling a lot more product in the next episode because just about everything is good to sell next month. So we'll be doing that. I'm gonna let's see. Man, I never know it. Don't really see it until I put myself out there in this view. How big that tractor actually is. Because it actually, it doesn't look that big when I'm, just driving it third person or something like that, or walking up to it and stuff. But anyway, that's where I'm going to leave the episode. If you liked the episode, then please go down below and hit the like button. If you have not subscribed already, please go ahead and do that. And if you want to be notified for when I make new videos, then just ring the bell. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.